Ben ritrovati su Scarlet Nexus. Mentre ero off screen ho comprato tanti bei regaluzzi per prepararci a questa giornata di... li chiamerò sempre social link fino alla fine. Quindi direi, vai, iniziamo da Arashi, vai. Un bel gioco picchiaduro. C'è qualcuno qui in grado di battermi in un vero scontro? Soltanto Luca, credo. Ma non quello di Scarlet.
Arashi hasn't mentioned the forced break program to me once since then.
È
I
vero.
wonder why she wanted to make it in the first place. She said it was to help people like me rest. She also said I was just like someone. I'll call that person up. She isn't going to like this. But if it helps get the issue out. Remember how you told me that I was like Major General Fubuki?
Yeah, you two are alike. Especially how earnest and naive you are.
You told me to rest and relax because being too earnest wasn't good. But I think those words and the forced break program were meant for him.
What makes you think that?
There's a lot of reasons. But I guess seeing him work until he collapsed sealed the deal. I think you should be telling all of this to him instead of me.
Ah, tu sei il
Even if
banco di
you're
prova,
right, that
Yuito.
sounds like a pain.
I thought you'd say that. I'm sorry for doing this behind your back, but I invited Major General Fubuki here.
I received a message from Yuito. He said you wanted to talk to me, Arashi?
I had no idea you were so nosy, Yuito.
You're the one who started this by trying to force me to rest, so consider this payback.
I mean, there's a lot of things I could say. However, I know it's wrong to push my own values on you. I won't criticize or deny the way you live just because we think differently. I suppose I was conceited to think that I was always right.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
It's all thanks to the wonderful test subject I had.
Il toppino da laboratorio.
In other words,
Yuito
you
Sumeragi.
just have to follow your gut. Just don't push yourself too hard. I can't support you if you collapse. Like, physically.
I know. Thank you.
That was surprisingly cathartic. I've been avoiding that conversation because I thought it was too much of a pain. Seems like I had a lot I kept bottled up inside. So here's a token of my appreciation.
My vision!
It's the light version of the break
Oops.
program. It starts spinning your vision so you'll...
I'm getting dizzy. You're actually pissed, aren't you?
Perfetto. Sugumi.
We found the white flowers already. I was wondering if there were any other plants you want me to find?
Nothing comes to mind.
All right.
You look really disappointed. What's up all of a sudden?
I wanted to help you.
You always help me. Not only in battle, but with the flowers too. That's more than enough. What is it? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
I'll say it. I have to. I want to be brave. I want to be... I want to be your friend. You're so nice, and you listen to me. So I looked for the white flowers because I wanted to help you. I thought if I did, you'd be my friend.
That's what you were trying to say when I asked you why you were so interested in that
Diciamo che in
flower on
giapponese
Hino
funziona
Mountain.
meglio questo dialogo
Yeah.
perché in giapponese
I
c'è
didn't lie
un...
then.
diciamo un
The main
sottotesto
reason
diverso sull'esplicitare il
because
fatto
I
di voler
wanted you
essere
to be
amico con
my
qualcuno.
friend. I'll help you any way I can.
You don't have to do that, you know. We're already friends.
Che dolci.
I can't talk normally, and I couldn't bring the flower back. I wasn't any help.
Doesn't matter. Friends are friends. Besides, you've been talking normally for a while now.
I just blush and go quiet. I can't look people in the eyes.
It's fine if that's normal for you. But what do you think is normal anyways?
Being able to talk a lot without pausing. If you don't do that, people don't understand.
Even if you don't talk very much, I understand how you feel. Take plants, for example. They make you feel good just by being around and not talking, right?
Yeah,
So don't feel like you have to go to great lengths or change who you are just to please others. I think you should just be yourself, just as you are now.
I've never thought I could be myself. I'm happy.
Same here. I'm happy to call you my friend. About the flowers, we couldn't bring back that silent snow melt before. So, I was thinking we could find a flower that's suited for this place.
There are a lot. There's no direct sunlight inside the hideout, so... A flower that can live inside the shade is
Spatifillo.
best. like a spathiphyllum.
Non lo conosco.
What now?
Esatto, spatiche.
Some sun once in a while. It's hard for flowers to bloom without ever getting sunlight. Soil, too. If it's not the right soil for the flower, it will wilt. I know a good shop for soil. I'll take you there.
I was hoping for an easier one. Like one for beginners.
There are no easy plants. They're all living things.
So first, I should get serious about this. I'm ready to learn, Professor Sugumi.
Sure. I'll start with the basics. Make sure you take notes.
Kagero. Ti insegnerò uno dei segreti del successo, Yuito. Impara a fare i giochi di prestigio con le carte e avrai gli occhi di tutti addosso. Dove è finito? Oddio. Ma è fantastica questa cosa. Bellissimo. It's time for evento legame.
If you, have some time, what do you say we go get coffee?
Well, I've never been asked by a guy before. It's Yuito of all people.
Is it that unexpected?
After all, I am the one who killed your father.
I still have mixed feelings about you, and you're right. I can't just forgive what you did. But that's why I want to know who you are, and what you're thinking.
If that's how it is, how about we do something less boring than just coffee?
Abbiamo ricevuto una visita intanto.
You said something less boring, but this place is pretty deserted.
You probably shouldn't believe everything someone like me says. I was lying.
Okay. Why did you bring me here?
I chose this place because I don't think anyone will bother us here.
You said you wanted to stop Togetsu for your family, right?
Everything I've worked for up till now was to stop Togetsu's plans, to protect the existence of my family, of my daughter.
I understood that, and I don't doubt it at all. But there is still something I just don't understand. You already stopped Togetsu. You finally reached your goal. Why do you still look so unsatisfied?
I guess it's that I'm burned out. It's been 2,000 years. My family, the world I know, they're all far in the past. I have nothing now. I don't feel anything. I'm totally empty inside. I achieved the only goal I had. Now I'm just remaining in this world with no real meaning. Kind of like a ghost.
I know what it feels like to lose your family. I lost mine too. But how can you talk like that? You're telling me that the person who killed my family is a burned out coward?
I'm sorry if it makes you mad, but that's how I feel. You're the one who wanted to know. Do you want to kill me now?
No, I don't. Thank you for being honest with me.
Okay then, that's enough serious talk. Time to head out to town.
That was a quick turnaround.
I told you I'd take you somewhere less boring, didn't I?
You just told me not to believe what someone like you says.
Today I'll show you how real men have fun in Suo. This is gonna be fantastic.
Kyoka.
I couldn't tell you before because I was scared of what you'd think of me. Togetsu ordered me to monitor your mother.
My mom?
Right after she
My
escaped from
mommy.
Togetsu, they sent me into Suo. I spied on her and reported everything to them. Her movements, her life, and her family.
That's why you knew about my childhood. I'm surprised, but I'm sure you didn't have a choice.
I don't know if this can make up for it, but I'll answer anything you want to know.
Could you tell me more about my mom?
Where should I start? From that romantic day your parents met?
No, you don't need to go that far. How about from the time I was born?
You had to be kept in the hospital for a while, but you were such a cute baby. Your mother was always by your side, watching over you, while you and your brother grew. I think your mother always sensed Togetsu in the shadows. Still, she continued basking you in love, never showing any sign of fear or worry.
Do you think you were watching over us like my mom did?
I may have gotten a little attached. I mean, I've been watching your family for years. I couldn't even imagine going against Togetsu at the time.
You don't need to feel responsible for that. You're not like that anymore.
Hearing you say that makes me feel like I can forgive myself a little. Thank you.
Thank you for telling me stories about my mom. Can I hear more sometime?
Yes, anytime you'd like. I have lots I want to share as well. Like the first time you walked, or when your diaper...
Hey, we don't need to go over anything like that. Do you have tons of embarrassing stories about me or something?
Io voglio sapere la storia del pannolino adesso. Facciamo Shiden. Avevo letto vendetta per occhiali. Shiden, tu porti gli occhiali, quindi ho pensato che ti potesse piacere. Fotocamera per visiogrammi. Come hai avuto qualcosa di così prezioso? Vuoi darlo a me? Non cambierai idea, vero? Ora posso fotografare i paesaggi. Magari anche te.
We had an argument last time.
Yeah,
Già.
I remember. You don't want to pick up where we left off, do you?
No, I don't. I was too emotional before, so I'm sorry.
Addirittura
Wait,
serviva la
what
fotocamera
did you
per
just say?
fartelo chiedere.
I said I'm sorry. What's strange about that? I know when I've gone too far.
I said things I didn't mean to. But I didn't expect you to just apologize.
I called you a pampered little boy. But when I thought of your circumstances, I realized I was wrong. Just to be clear, I'm only apologizing for what I was wrong about. It's true that you're a dimwit, so I won't apologize for that.
Can't he be a
D'accordo,
little
sì.
nicer?
Mi faccio andare bene.
You said you were a dud. Do you actually know what that means?
It means someone born without powers.
You say it like it doesn't affect you. They have it harder than even civilians. They're powerless.
It's kind of unclear. Wait, are you worried about me?
No? I
No.
can't understand how you could say that so lightly. People without powers are discriminated against. It doesn't matter if you're a Sumeragi or not.
I know that people won't look at me the same, but it won't change who I am. There are people who see me for me, not as a psionic or as a Sumeragi.
I can't tell if you're tough or just stupid. You've had so many bad experiences, but you look so self-assured. When I see you, it makes me think I can't whine about my little problems.
I'm surprised you want to whine sometimes.
It's not that I want to whine. There are things I'm not pleased about. I've worked so hard, but my real ability still isn't appreciated in the OSF. It's irritating.
Beh, tanto l'FSF
Oh,
fa
yeah.
cacare, quindi
I
non
think
mi
I know what
preoccuperei
it
più di
feels
questa
like to
cosa.
not be appreciated, too. People don't see how hard I work because I'm a Sumeragi, just like you.
Way to be insulting without trying. I'll give you some advice. If you feel like you're not being appreciated, then get so strong that people have to appreciate you. It's what I worked so long
Vero.
for, and what I'll keep working for.
You can be unexpectedly passionate.
Why is it unexpected?
I just always thought you were the cool guy. I didn't think we'd have anything in common.
Stop it. We don't have anything in common. I'm not a pampered boy like you.
Yeah, we're not alike at all. I mean, I'm not rude like you. If you had been nicer about your advice before... Oh, that's right. I haven't thanked you yet. I had trouble listening, but once I put the insults aside, I realized it was pretty good advice. Thanks.
Of course it was. I'm always studying battles to get better than I am now.
Will you give me more advice sometime?
Sure. But I won't be so nice next time, so don't cry about it.
I'll be ready. I'm counting on you.
Luca, dove sei? Sapevi che i muscoli allenati sono morbidi come questo cuscino? Buono a sapersi. Il tuo probabilmente sarà l'evento legame che mi porterà a fare pure un po' di gameplay.
I must conduct this with the utmost secrecy. It's slightly dangerous. It may be difficult to manage on my own. So I was wondering if you could help me.
Verrei con
Of
te fino
course
alle
I'll
porte
help.
dell'inferno,
So
Luca.
how dangerous is it?
For a while now, I've been looking into the research conducted at the old OSF hospital. I discovered research data was stolen by a spy from Seiron. I can't go into details, but it's very dangerous. It must be erased as soon as possible.
Esatto.
So you want to infiltrate a Seiron research facility?
It should be in the Supernatural Life Research Facility.
Ok, diamoci da fare. Ma c'è qualcosa di interessante. Perfetto. Ci godo a ammazzare questo coso che crea il fumo, perché penso che sia tra gli estranei più insopportabili che ci siano in questo gioco. Dove fuggi? Ti vedo benissimo, mi spawn!
Why were you looking into the research at the old OSF hospital anyway?
I apologize if this sounds harsh, but I'll be honest with you. While I was observing you, I feared that I might lose my power one day as well. I began looking into the research the government did on powers to alleviate my fear.
Comprensibile.
I was hoping I would discover a way to treat the loss of powers.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, I found the opposite. It's data on eradicating psionic hormones from human brains with drugs and completely erasing powers. It seems their plan was to use it as a weapon to depower enemy psionics.
We have to stop this research. Let's find that data and erase it.
Ok. Perfetto.
It seems Seiron's research has already progressed further than I expected. This is a plan to disperse the drug indiscriminately and turn an entire city into duds.
Delete that right now. What's the matter?
I just had a strange thought. Have you ever wondered what the world would be like if there were no powers? Our society is fixated on the superiority of powers. Whether you have powers or not decides your fate. But if all humans were duds, no one would ever have to worry about powers again. How much tragedy have you seen that would never have happened if there were no powers?
Do you understand what you're saying?
I do.
Then you know that no tragedy will be prevented by a weapon like that. People cause those tragedies, not powers. Taking them away won't solve anything. I know this has been bothering you. I get worried
Poi
when I
iniziamo a
think I
usare le
might lose
armi
my
invece che i
power
poteri.
too.
Questa è la differenza.
But that doesn't make it right to take them all away. You're the one that is most fixated on the superiority of powers.
I apologize. That was a bad joke.
That was a joke? Come on. Don't scare me like that.
I've deleted all data related to the research, including the backups.
That's a relief. Even if it was a joke, he sounded kind of serious. You surprised me a little back there.
I was only teasing you. I'll be honest with you. I hated you for a bit. It was more jealousy than hatred. I've been a research subject ever since I was young. We're both duds, but your family still loved you. I thought that you could never really understand how I felt. What you said before made something clear to me. We see the world differently because we've lived different lives. And because of that, I think there are things I could learn from you. You're right. I am the one that is fixated on superiority of powers.
That was in the heat of the moment.
I'm embarrassed to have acted like such a child. Are you disappointed that someone like me is a Septentrion?
No. I'm glad you told me how you really feel. I hope you'll feel free to be honest with me in the future.
You certainly are honest to a fault. Perhaps I could learn that as well. So, should we run back to the hideout?
You're here, so why don't we teleport?
Stamina is just as important as strength.
Un po' di esercizio. Ci manca solo e unicamente Kasane.
I wanted to talk to you about my mother. I thought you may want to as well.
Yes. Will you come with me to Mizuhagawa? I thought it would be best to talk somewhere private. I also want to get some combat in.
I'll make lunch then. Looks like we took care of most of the others around here. Let's take a break. I was going to make something simpler, but I got carried away. Is it too much?
It's fine. It tastes fine too.
So, let's talk while we eat. I was surprised that you called my mom Mother.
You're the one that called my mother Mom. Mother raised me when she was in Togetsu. Then she had you and your brother in Suo.
You're like my big sister then.
Why am I your big sister?
You were raised first, so that means you're older than me. We really don't pay attention to actual age in the OSF.
I don't have memories from when Mother went away until I was adopted by the Randalls.
That's when my brother and I were born, so it must have been about 10 years. Were you in cryogenic sleep or something?
That's most likely the case. All I remember is losing my mother
Effettivamente.
and how painful it was.
But I was born because she left Togetsu, so that's a good thing for me, at least. Sorry, that was a little insensitive.
Un pochino,
No.
sì.
It's true that if Mother had stayed in Togetsu, you wouldn't have been born. How do you feel about seeing Mother?
It was necessary in order to save the world. But in truth, I was really happy to see her.
Me too. The moment I saw her face, it was like I was a child again.
There's just so much I want to tell her about.
So do I. I wonder if we'll have the time, though. I hope she'll stay forever.
But as much as I want her to, I know in my heart that she won't be with us that long.
Vero.
But we can't just spend all of our time being sad about it. I just don't want to think that not seeing her is the end of the relationship. Even if we can't be together, it doesn't mean we'll forget the people who loved us.
Vero.
I remember being so happy when I was with my mom.
As long as we have those memories, no matter how much time passes, we're all still connected.
Promise not to laugh, but when I actually saw her again and heard her voice, I felt a lump in my throat and almost started to cry. I actually did cry a little, though.
Why would I laugh at you for that? I felt the same way.
Mi piace molto il legame tra di loro come si è evoluto. Sono contento che si è evoluto in questa direzione più, diciamo, sul fratello e sorella. Cosa? Scusami, Yuito. Va bene, Yuito, facciamo il giro lungo, che ti devo dire.